Hi guys, it's breakfast time and I'm very hungry, so let's search for some breakfast. Let's have a look in the bedroom. The worst thing that can happen? The watermelon tastes like water. So guys, let's pray that this watermelon tastes like cotton candy right from heaven. Okay, let's have a ramble on fruit. So many people restrict their fruit because they think they will gain weight by eating fruit. Actually, it's one of the lowest calorie dense food on the planet. I enjoy fruit, I love fruit. I could literally live off fruit. Unfortunately, it's not so satisfying like starches. But if I would have to choose just only two fruit groups for the rest of my life, I would choose fruit and potatoes. But we have to eat some vegetables because they're healthy as well. Fruit is so healthy, it is tasty, it tastes like candy, and what I've experienced, the more I eat fruit, the less cravings I have for junk food or for chocolate or other sugary foods. So don't fear to have fruit. I mean, look at Adam and Eve. They were tempted as well to have an apple. Fruit is life, so enjoy it. I have a tip for you. If you're not able to eat watermelon for breakfast on an empty stomach because you will have diarrhea or stomach pain, I highly recommend to eat steamed vegetables before. I enjoy having 1 pound of broccoli for breakfast before I have my watermelon, and then I'm safe. So this is the trick. I promise you it will work. Okay, enough rambling. Let's cut this bad boy and see how it tastes. This is Johnny. Johnny, promise us that you taste good. This is the moment we are waiting for. The Russians, they have a quote: if women play with a knife like this, or in general with a knife in their hand, they are dangerous, so be careful. Okay, Johnny, show us how you taste. Looks promising. Johnny needs some passion fruit. This smell, guys, out of this world. Do you know the book Perfume? A story of a murderer? The protagonist, he is obsessed with the smells of women. I'm obsessed with the smells of fruit. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend to read it. It's a very good one. You will enjoy it. Cotton candy. Day is safe, guys. This watermelon. No depression for today. A question I get all the time is, how much food should I eat? As much as you need to feel satisfied and full. When I eat fruit for breakfast and vegetables, they are very low in calorie density. I need roughly 1 pound of steamed vegetables, and the watermelon was roughly 3 pounds, so this was 4 pounds of food only for breakfast. But don't fear large amounts of food because fruit digests so quickly and there's so much water in the fruit, So nothing to be feared about. The more you eat of healthy, good foods, the less you will crave junk food and the less you will have room for unhealthy foods. So don't fear to eat large amounts of food. I promise you, you can trust your hunger signals when you are eating whole foods that are unprocessed. Trick on how to stay on this diet long term. Enjoy the foods you eat. So many people are just focused on weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. They're so obsessed about weight loss that they forget to choose foods they like, they enjoy. Some people would literally eat stones if the stones would make them to lose weight. Eat the foods you love and you enjoy. I love fruits, so when I chop my onions or garlic, I never use the wooden or bamboo board because then it will smell like garlic or onion and I don't like that. So I always use an extra board for onion and garlic. Most of the time I add beans to my dishes, especially for lunch and dinner, to feel more satisfied. Lemon juice. I make my potatoes in the microwave. I put them roughly for 8 minutes and then they're done. This is the amount I typically eat, sometimes more, but never less. If you don't feel satisfied with your meals, it may be that the calorie density of your meal is too low. So what you can do is to add some avocado on top, for example on your potatoes. I will show you in a second how I do it, and this may help you to feel satisfied, and on top of that it may happen that you have less cramming in the evening because the calorie density is a bit higher, and maybe you calm your nervous system by doing so. It's not a guarantee, but try it out, this may help. Overt fats are very high in calorie density, so be careful. Depending on your genes, you may gain weight pretty easily by incorporating them. So I would not recommend to go overboard and just make tiny changes at once. Just start out with the avocado and see if it works for you. If not, if you notice that you gain weight, then stop doing it. A tip of mine is, if you want more volume for your guacamole, add some water to it. Dilute it with water, you will have more guacamole. This is 1 ounce of avocado, but because I used some water and some lemon juice, this is, I guess, roughly 2 ounces. I know it's not a lot, and avocado is high in calories, but as I said before in the beginning, it can reduce your cravings or cramming and can help with feeling more full at your meals. This is just plain cabbage I have as a starter for lunch, and I like crucifer vegetables the most, or those that are high on protein. They keep me full way longer than vegetables like cucumbers. So this is also a tip. If you don't feel satisfied with your vegetables, go for the higher dense vegetables. I steamed my cabbage for, I guess, 3 or 4 minutes in the Instant Pot. So nothing special, just plain cabbage, plain steamed cabbage, and I put a bit of salt on it. So depending on how hungry I am, I have some steamed vegetables before my salad with the beans and the potatoes, or not. It depends on just how hungry I am. Number 1. number 2, and number 3. I know it's a lot of food, but I don't fear to eat a lot of food because this food is very low in calorie density. And maybe you ask yourself, wow, she's eating so many vegetables. I personally enjoy having a lot of vegetables. It's good for my health. I have better digestion. I have less cramming and craving when I eat a lot of vegetables. So try it out, what works best for you. I would say go for at least 1 or 2 pounds of vegetables. The more the better. There is no harm if you eat more. Some women especially, they don't like it when they have a very full stomach, so it looks like as if they're pregnant. I personally don't care. No, actually nobody cares. When you go outside, do you look at other people and ask yourself if they look overweight or if they look pregnant? It's all in your mind. Your inner audience is more critical than other people around you. So don't fear to eat volume. On a whole food plant-based diet, it is normal to have an expanded stomach. That's how it is. Best part of the lunch. Definitely. For dessert, I have some frozen grapes. I always need a dessert for lunch and dinner, and it's always fruit, especially frozen fruit. The texture, you have to chew longer than on regular fruit, so try it out if you want a special dessert. Frozen fruit, especially grapes, go great. My salad dressing is made of balsamic vinegar. Actually, this is a mix. So this is 1/3 white balsamic vinegar, 1/3 red balsamic vinegar, and 1/3 apple cider vinegar. This is my personal favorite mix. I take 2 tablespoons of this. One teaspoon of erythritol, I use it very rarely throughout the week and I'm not triggered by it, so be careful with that if you're triggered by it. And 1 teaspoon of mustard. Black beans. The salad I made, I have 90% of the time for my dinner, and already for years. The only thing I switch from time to time is the starch, the beans. I have some variety in my beans or in the starch, sweet potatoes, corn on a cob, plain white potatoes, baked potatoes, rice, roasted buckwheat, and so on. So that's the only thing I switch from time to time, but I don't want to think about food all the time. I want to feel satisfied and happy after my meals, and I do so, and I enjoy my salad, so why should I switch something? It's a healthy salad, it's with a variety of vegetables, so don't make it too complicated. Some of my clients ask me if I think about food all day long. Never. The only time I think about food is right before breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because that's usually the time I get hungry. So when you think about food the whole day long, or your thoughts are around food the whole day long, this is a good sign you're not eating enough food at your meal, and you should eat more, especially starch. And I promise you, you will not think about food. Life is limited. I don't want to waste my time thinking about food all the time. Just eat the food and then go on with life. Are you obsessed with food? If the food is healthy enough, if the food is low enough in calorie density? I talk to so many women who lost joy in eating food and eating healthy foods. You know, this healthy eating lifestyle should serve you and not vice versa. Ask yourself if the food becomes your idol. If so, then something went out of balance and you should rethink your thinking. And I promise you, everybody on this planet can have joy or can find joy by eating healthy foods, but don't be too extreme and do not idolize it, because then you will lose fun on this journey, and then you will go back to then you will fall, and then it may happen that you go back to an unhealthy way of eating because you set the bar too high with the healthy eating. So enjoy your food. The food is there to serve you and not vice versa. As my main starch for dinner, I will have some of these delicious sweet potatoes. Let me know in the comments which you like the most. I like the sweet potatoes that are very dry and starchy, and in general potatoes that are very dry and starchy. I don't like those mushy, creamy, wet potatoes or the orange sweet potatoes. So let me know which is your favorite. And how many potatoes or sweet potatoes I need, I don't know. I bake a few of them or steam a few of them in the microwave as usual, and I take as many as I need in order to feel full, and this depends. When you have such small sweet potatoes, they usually only need a couple of minutes in the microwave, so I guess 4 or 5 minutes will do the job. Guys, it's coming to an end. My last meal, or better say my last dessert for the day after I had my dinner, is this small bowl of apricots. And if you need help with healthy eating, losing weight, binge eating, you can contact me. My contacts are in the show notes, or if you need a consultation, you can book one with me. So stay tuned, guys, for the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. So see you next time. Bye.